everybody, and welcome to another evening of Paint and Chat. I hope you're all ready to get your hobby on, and that you, each and every one of you, have a project in front of you, because there is nothing better than hobbying, but hobbying together. I don't think I said that right. There's nothing better than hobbying when hobbying together. That's better. That makes more sense now, right, guys?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Excellent. Speaking of hobbying, we'll just start with Josh, because all I can see is your models.
You didn't introduce everyone.
Well, okay. There's one person named Josh, and he's the person who you can see the models of. And there's a big Aaron, who for me is at the top of the screen. There's, of course, myself, little Aaron. And then there's Sean at the bottom. And now we are going to start with who is hobbying on what and why. Josh, what you got for us?
Crisis Protocol, I'm doing Bullseye and Daredevil that I built last week.
Awesome. You're making strong headway. Big Aaron, what are you working on?
Yo, I am working on a monolith. I did a whole bunch of magnetization earlier, and I'm in the home stretch.
Aren't you so happy how big it is?
Oh, it's just so big. It's just the biggest monolith. It's at least 1 times the size of the old one.
I'm going to be doing my Aberrants and my Abominant, and I'm most likely going to be converting one of the Abominants into an Aberrant so that I can have a full squad.
Which ones are the ones that you can have that like stop sign that you're beating people with?
These guys, yes, these guys, yeah.
Which, the Aberrants?
The Aberrants, yeah.
You need like all stop sign guys.
And if there's time, I'll do Jackals, but we'll see. Shizzle my nizzle dizzle, what you up to?
I am refurbishing Land Raiders.
What does that mean?
I am taking old models and fixing up all sorts of stuff.
Does that involve green stuff?
In some cases, I don't think I have any green stuff left to do on these guys. But it often does include green stuff.
So I hear that you have become quite the bits reseller.
This guy's got a Bits Bazaar, man.
Bro, I sell customized lots.
I did that thing where I cut open the packaging dumb and I cut all the instructions up.
Did you karate chop it?
I was about to say you use the karate chop instead of the scissors this time.
No, but fortunately I have 2, so I can open the second one not stupid. I mean literally it's in
Step 1. Darn.
Step 1, destroy the thing you need to learn how to do the thing you want to do. Okay, let's not cut this up stupid. I love that GW product literally has 0 to 3 and has a little child face on it that's sad, and then it has a no sign. No! 0 to 3,
4-year-olds, totally cool.
4-year-olds, you're ready. Get those dice out.
Actually, that's just for the plastic, because I think it says 14 on the regular packaging for the books and stuff.
It says, let's see, it says...
They'd rather your children handle little bits of plastic than read a book.
It's 0 to 3, no touch, and then recommended age is 14, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
I don't know if that's just on the book, though. I don't see it on this box.
I'm curious now what Forge.
Oh, this one's 12. This one's 12 plus. Aberrants are 12 plus.
Oh.
12 plus. What's up, all? Oh, that's Aaron. I'm talking. I'm talking to Aaron. Thanks. Okay. Instructions. We have them.
So this monolith is not as big as a Lord of War size monolith, you would think.
Yeah.
For something that has not had a kit in how long? How old is the old one, Josh? Like 20 years old?
As old as sliced bread.
Yeah. And it was like $60. And now this thing is $170. And it is
like
not any bigger.
It did not. Obviously, I'm not like too in touch with the Necrons at the moment.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really paying attention to the sizes and the prices and stuff.
Yeah.
I just assumed that it was equivalently priced and equivalently sized. I cannot believe.
Yeah. That's what I thought when I purchased it.
I cannot
like,
believe how.
There you go. I mean, it's not that big.
Why?
Yeah, and I mean, compare that to an Imperial Knight or something.
Yeah, and just get ready for what the next Knight kit's gonna cost you guys.
$700.
Because it's not even like this came with a bunch of other bits that you could put on. Like, there's not many parts. There's 2 sprues that there are 2 each of, and then 1 smaller sprue. That's it.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
No.
That might be the largest price change, like percentage-wise, that they've done. Because I know
I would imagine.
I know that one of the other YouTubers did like a inflation comparison, and he had like a 1997 price book or something, and he looked at the equivalent models and did a whole calculation, and that a bunch of things actually came out cheaper, but most things were just relatively less expensive, like relatively just a little bit more expensive, but not like crazy. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Not crazy.
Okay.
So that's why it surprises me that there's that big of a difference.
Well, what I think is crazy is that they didn't actually make it good, and they still rose the price on it. Like,
Yeah,
at
I mean,
least
it's
throw us a
alright,
bone. Throw us a bone. Make it good.
I think it's all right. I don't think it's going to be taken in a tournament scene by any means.
Absolutely not.
But it can definitely dish out some hurt.
Does
But
it look?
yeah,
does
I
it,
would not probably take it very often.
does it look cooler?
I mean, yeah, it looks cooler. It's not as flat on the panels, and there's a little bit more detail. But you don't have the dorky like ring pop on the top.
Oh, I love the ring pop.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
The crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved all the crystals.
Oh,
It reminded me of like the old school police force Legos. You
Okay.
remember?
Really? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, because of the glass windows that were
Yeah.
angled. Yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow. Blast from the past.
Blast from the past. Okay, so let's talk about GW pre-ordering.
GW pre-ordering. Did anyone get to pre-order anything? Probably not this week.
I pre-ordered the paint handle,
Oh, okay.
but you know I'm not a Deathwatch Space Wolves player, so you know I did receive the really long, complicated email from the vendor explaining why I'm not allowed to buy anything. To which I replied, "That's okay. I don't want any of this stuff, anyways."
In true Aaron fashion.
But I don't understand why people aren't allowed to buy things.
You can put your name into the hat and maybe you'll get something, right? Because if anyone out there is watching and they don't know, stores only got, third-party stores only got 2 of anything from the pre-orders.
And not 2 per person.
Oh no.
2 total.
2. Yes. Stores were getting up to 8 codexes, no more.
That's
So what's up with this?
That's so. The only thing
They
that
shouldn't have released it if that's what was going to happen.
the only thing I can think is that there's a major supply chain disruption. Most likely.
Or the money. Or like it's literally hack and slash get the money, which doesn't make any sense considering their you know
Well,
performance.
times are tough.
No, limiting supply only to make more money only works if you raise the price, right?
Yeah, but do you think that the Indominus box set, like the fact that they had to refund money to people and then they had to put out like another round of orders afterwards, do you think that was purely supply chain failure, or because you could suddenly after the whole kerfuffle and people having to refund money from the little stores, you could then go buy it and kind of pre-order it then on the website.
Oh my God, hold on. And that brings up another really interesting point, right? Those Outriders, That is not a multi-part kit with a whole bunch of extra crap.
No, it's the same
Outriders
dudes.
are the same models from the Indominus box.
It's the
Oh,
same.
are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't buy that stuff.
Yeah, it's the same models, dude. Like that's why I was like, because it's not true. When you put the email out, I immediately, hey, what's up, Starhawk? Howdy, folks. A friend
What's
wants
up?
to split an Indominus box. Where's the best place to get one? Get to 8,000 subscribers on our channel and then win.
Yes.
And you'll be able to split the Indominus box, and you'll each get a Codex, limited one copy of each, because I only have one.
One copy.
Yeah, but that's still one more than your friendly local game store.
So apologies for that diversion.
Best
if you're
place,
if you're gonna limit supply, you raise the price, right?
and they've had 3 of their most expensive models from GW come out this year already.
Yeah, I don't
So,
understand. I can only
yeah.
assume it's a supply chain, some sort of supply chain nightmare is happening. That's the
I'm
only
sure
thing.
that there is, but I feel like so many companies are using this as an excuse to give like an artificial scarcity of sorts, because they could wait and stock up until they have enough to actually give people. Like, I'm still waiting on pre-orders from 3 weeks ago.
What haven't you gotten?
I still haven't got my Void Dragon. I still haven't gotten the Hexmark Destroyers.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say Hex marks the spot, and that was gonna make me really happy.
Hex marks the spot. No, funny, but no. A couple other things as well. I'm still waiting on. So they're not even fulfilling their orders.
I think I've gotten all my stuff.
Yeah?
I feel like.
Well, why haven't I? But you can still buy it on the GW website.
You know what? I don't know if I got all of the. I think I only got half the ATVs. Now that
I got all my stuff, but I ordered very little. As you know, I'm trying to parse down and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. I know that GW has always, or I have always had a perception that GW did not like the friendly local game stores. Always felt that way, right? Because they've always had web exclusives. And you know, when they sell to those guys, right? Those guys are giving us a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25% discount.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, well, if you don't have a store that gives you at least 15, you need to find a better friendly local game store.
Even if it's online.
Even if it's online. But that very paradigm right there is something that I'm sure GW doesn't like, because, right, that's 20% margin plus whatever it actually, you know, the margin they were getting from the friendly local game store. So I've always had this perception that if they could figure out how to burn the friendly local game stores to the ground, they would.
I don't. First of all,
They can't, though, because if they do, no one will have a place to play.
Sean Blake, hey, my dudes. What's up, Sean? Thank you for joining us. I hope you are working on a fun project, because it is fun project night. Not
Sean.
you.
Sean Connery died.
I know, dude.
We're all sad.
That's
way to bring it down.
Wow.
I know.
Read the
I know.
room.
Wow. Oh my god.
Brutal.
I wanted to make sure Sean knew.
I feel
I'm
like
pretty sure you did.
I feel like that doesn't. Okay, I understand what you're saying. They compete with the local game stores because they have their online ordering. They compete with their local game stores because they have their own stores. They compete with the local game stores when they wanted to sell direct to Amazon, and I think that went away. But it does feel like there's I wouldn't say direct malice. It just feels like there's
I think times are
confusion.
tough.
Confusion.
Maybe. Times are tough, and so they're trying to squeeze every penny that they can right now.
See, it doesn't make sense to me, because having limited supply is not squeezing every penny. Now, if there's a COVID situation going on and some sort of limited availability, I would respect the company a lot more if they were just like, look, we want to get this stuff out to you. We want to have as many available as possible. We're going to be selling as many digital downloads as you want, but due to current world circumstances, we can only print so many books, so we are going to be rationing them. And voila. right?
Well,
You know, they told people that 2 days before pre-orders went out.
But they didn't really tell people. They kind of were just like, we're rationing, but they didn't give a rationale.
No.
How do you
No,
feel
rationale.
it's gonna affect when the UK goes back on lockdown this week?
Dude, I don't know.
Because like they're going on lockdown. The UK is going on lockdown
for another month.
till December. Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. Well, they're going on lockdown for a month starting November 1st, so it's till December.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
We're doing a really bad job of giving people an outlet from the insanity of the world by hobbying. Let's get back to hobbying.
Hey,
Ouch,
you're
my
the
man.
man.
Oh,
Talking
man,
about
Sean,
pre-orders.
listen. Sean to Sean. You got some direct messages here. Ouch, man. I was named after him.
Me too. That's why I brought it up, because it's important.
I knew, dude.
Oh, were you
I
really?
knew.
Really?
I was.
I thought you were just like, oh, my name's Sean.
No.
I'm good.
Wow.
One of my friends tells this great story where, so this is like secondhand. You can believe me or not. He told me the story that his uncle was a house painter and he was painting a really fancy house in Jersey, and some guy walked in and he had a really thick accent, sounded like Sean Connery, and he's like up at the ceiling painting and he like leans over and he's like, "Why are you talking like that? Who do you think you are, Sean Connery?" And then it turned out to be Sean Connery.
Oh, I love it.
I just like envisioning that moment. You know what I mean? I try to place myself in that person's place, because that
If that was real.
You try and live in the moment, just not yours.
yeah, exactly. I try to live in this other person's memory that was told to me. Do I have to put the stupid baby on? Because
No.
baby.
I don't want the stupid baby.
Who's the baby?
There's like a little baby that comes with the aberrant.
That's awesome. Make him
Little
into a
homunculi
Yoda.
bastard.
I should make him into a Yoda. You know what? I'm gonna put him over here for later conversion. You're going on the shelf of things to be done that I wish to see. Okay, well, I made the first one, and I'm realizing this guy's gonna be hard to convert to not be a character, because it's one of those kits that are not very flexible.
Gonna have to dig into it.
But I don't know if I'm prepared for such an adventure this evening. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. Okay, that's a set aside. Let's get to the regular aberrants.
So, we didn't really talk about what the pre-orders were. Which
No,
were Death
no.
Watch and Space Wolves.
And I can pull them up for us.
Books, cards for each. They were supplements, weren't they?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
go
the
ahead.
thing that I'm most excited about, is to see what kind of format,
Oh.
what changes you get with the supplement. But I really am not a fan of either of the armies.
Apparently,
so I'm gonna just wait.
the book, the actual limited edition Space Wolves book, they show it has a signature in it, and guess whose name is the signature? Aaron.
Sean?
Aaron. It says
Oh.
Aaron.
So I didn't want to tell you guys.
That's
I'm a
awesome.
play tester. Kind of explains why everything's kind of bad right now over there.
The other thing that's coming out that I'll just bring up right now because it happened to be on the page with the Space Wolves is there's a new graphic novel coming out called Blood Quest. So if you're into graphic novels and you're into Warhammer and you're into blood and or questing, then this might be for you.
I like most of those things.
You know what? This actually, this is the type of lore that I would read.
Baloney.
Whoa.
It's getting close. It's getting closer to how I would like it. Yeah, so the Death Watch is coming out. I don't know why I'm on
the first combat patrol boxes.
Here we go.
Replacing the
Oh yeah, the start collecting boxes.
the start collecting. Yeah, how much were they US?
85, I think.
Okay, so right about the price of the start collecting. But you get your 500 now. Do you guys know if both of them were like 500 on the dot, or I guess it kind of depends on how you kit them. But
I don't.
Yeah.
They do have the Warhammer Day, right? Model, which is the chaplain.
Yerp.
which
Stores might get up to 2 of those.
might get up to 2 of them. They have this cool new shirt, which is cool. They have art. If you need some art, comes with a frame, and then of course the Codex supplement for Deathwatch, the data cards, and the dice. The Combat Patrol box, one for Deathwatch, one for Wolves. They got the Space Wolves Codex and supplement, same thing, cards and dice. And then the Combat Patrol for the Space Wolves as well. As far as models, we already went over this last week, but they got the Hounds of Mordecai. I don't know if you could pre-order them because I don't care.
Isn't that just a Reaver kit with a Space Wolf sprue?
Pretty much, yeah. It's Reaver. It's pretty much. And then there's Ragnar Blackmane. And he certainly does have a mane. And then there's some weird orc guy. I don't understand why they're throwing orc riders. But here's the real thing, and this is what Sean and I wanted to talk about. The Outriders are the same, right? They're the same as the Indominus kit?
Yep.
Like, there's no other little fancy doohickeys or a sprue that's something different?
Do they have beards or anything? Helmets?
No, as far as they're push fit kits, and
I'm going. You know, I'm going to Games Workshop.
Yeah, pull up the box art, man. They're gonna. I'm pretty sure you're gonna see the same poses as we all have in our Outrider bikes.
Is it pre-order or is it new release?
One that had his helmet off and like pointing a gun straight ahead. Maybe.
There is a guy with a helmet off pointing a gun straight ahead. That's for sure.
In the Indominus box? Because I don't think so.
I haven't built my Outriders yet. I'm busy refurbishing tanks.
Excuses from all of you.
Here we go.
Right.
Outriders. All right. And we will put it on the stream. So,
I think they're going to be a little different.
I mean, the only thing I could do is leave the room and go get. Okay, the other 2 guys are definitely the same because I have them right there. I have them in front of me.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if maybe the Sergeant is the only thing that's different.
It's $60 for the 3, huh?
Yeah.
Well, even if they gave one little new sprue, I don't know. I still don't.
Yeah. So I did not pre-order any more of those guys.
Well, are there any more new Necron things to come out? I can't think of anything.
I don't think so. I think a lot of stuff is going to be focused on Age of Sigmar now.
I'm done. I'm done. No more.
All my money is
new
gone.
Necrons. No, I'm just kind of relieved that I'm going to get through actually building all of these.
Yeah.
Well, that was a very interesting painting time that I've had.
Are you done painting?
The bases aren't done.
The bases got to wait until I can grab the model, so I've got to wait till they dry. I'm going to do a little bit more with Daredevil, but I mean, Bullseye is blue and white, and Daredevil's red. So,
right.
Yeah.
Kinda it.
So you're done. Good. Congrats.
Well,
congratulations. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing this awesome shirt with Lightning Kitty. Is
It's cool.
Is my birthday present from Josh. So thank you.
you're welcome.
Oh, you didn't say it was from Josh.
Yeah.
I thought you were just showing off your pajamas earlier.
Well,
Like, seriously, he was like, hey, look at my pajamas. I was like, all right.
Well, they match the pants, and he didn't buy the pants, but he bought them to match my pants. Because I was complaining that I had these awesome pajama space pants, but I didn't have like a shirt to accompany them. Now I have.
Now you're sorted.
Thor Cat.
Pretty much it.
Yeah, it's cat. It's a kitten shooting lightning. That's what we got going on. Okay, so these aberrants look way cooler than the aberrants that came in the other box. They're like much more ripped, and they have cooler poses. And I kind of wish I had. Like, it kind of makes me want to just buy another aberrant kit.
What do we get you?
What am I doing wrong?
That's exactly how they
They're
get
like,
you.
here's our dumb tastical ones you can have for free.
Well, I'm pretty sure I paid for the other ones. I don't think I got them for free,
A
but
likely
No?
story.
point taken. Point taken. The other thing is, for all of you Age of Sigmar fans, Josh has a conspiracy for you.
Uh-oh.
The
And here-
end times are coming. So
Again.
whenever this new 4-book set is done, I'm thinking that so is the current Age of Sigmar.
Oh,
So
3.0 is gonna come out?
So
Probably.
Marathi is out, right? That's what's coming out. And you think they're pulling another End Times?
I think that's what they did with Ninth Age. That's what they did with the original Warhammer Ninth Age, 9th edition. Now I'm pulling a little errand.
Thanks.
Very disappointing. Very disappointing.
Thank you, Josh. I love
You're
it.
welcome.
I love it when
I think they're just more like the Psychic Awakening type books that they're kind of wrapping up the edition and getting ready to launch the next.
That's
don't
what I
think
was
that they're
saying.
gonna blow up the world though.
No, I'm just saying that that's the end of the edition.
Oh,
well, it sounded like you were implying that they were blowing up the
Oh,
yeah. You
no.
said end times.
You know what though? I'm
Now
interested
that I
to see-
think about it,
they're supposed to be working on Warhammer in the old world right now, so I wonder if there's going to have a tie-in for that.
So long as I have to rebase everything with square bases.
No, it's Hex
You'll be
now.
excited.
Oh, it's hex.
Hex.
It's the best of both worlds, right, guys?
Oh my, yeah, because then could you imagine just like everybody's like, okay, I got this, I have this circle base, and I need to cut it into a hex. All right, who's selling me the laser cut guide so
Sean
that,
is.
so that I can saw every single one of my circle bases into a hex base? Oh, that would be so brutal. That would be a great like prank for them to pull. Is tell everybody that they're going to hex bases.
That would be
The
horrifying.
April Fools.
What they should do is be like, we're changing our models to now be 24 millimeter instead of 28 millimeter. So all of your models are just slightly too big and won't work in this new edition.
And then sell you the wrong base sizes. Dude, we're talking
I
a
can
lot.
see it.
We're talking a lot of crap tonight, man. We got the crap going. So I finished my book Nook. That was awesome.
You did.
That
It
was
was.
like that was an intense 5-day project. So for me like the last 2 weeks, each video has been almost 100 hours. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's a lot of hours.
Yeah, like 50 hours a week. Yeah, so I have absolutely no project planned for this upcoming week, which I was like thinking about just before the stream. I'm like,
You do have a plan. You do have a plan. It's Baby Yoda time.
Okay.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
I will work on converting the baby aberrant into Baby Yoda.
By the way, I also think that we should come up with a costume for next Halloween for each other.
Okay.
Because I think it would be fun to do like a cosplay kind of thing. It could be 40K, whatever, but it would be fun for us to have like show the process that we're taking and the design. And
Why?
It might be fun.
Why are Games Workshop instructions so stupid?
Because they only want to make one, and the world is full of a lot of stupid people, but different types. So they just average it out.
Like literally, I'm working on the first model, right? And the first model, all it needs is a head, and I'm on page 1, and all of the instructions are on page 1, and so I go down to this next little like thing that's blue, and I'm like, oh okay, like all right, and I cut out the piece, and I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't have anything to do with this model. And the head is for a different model. The head is on the second page. Like,
Nice.
why couldn't you just put this bar here and then this? Just keep. Oh my god. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm fine.
You're full of piss and vinegar tonight.
I'm not gonna freak out. I'm not
You're
gonna freak
freaking
out.
out, man.
I'm not gonna freak out.
Just freak out, dude. Just do it
What the
already.
heck? How did I miss this piece of this model?
So, did anyone freak out when they saw the Forge World book?
Like
I'm
everybody on the
super
internet
excited
did.
about the Forge World.
I don't understand what happened. So someone needs to bring me up to speed.
Oh, they removed a bunch of stuff. That's the long and the
Yeah,
short
it
of it.
seems like they legends did a whole bunch of stuff.
What does that
I-
mean, legends?
That no more new
They
rules.
squatted it.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. Squatted it. It's gone. It's dead. It's over.
Forever.
Forever.
I mean, I never I didn't collect a whole lot of Forge World, fortunately.
Which is crazy to me.
Why? Why?
Forge World has the coolest stuff.
But it's
I got
also
Forge World all over the place.
it's also very expensive.
Yeah, you're talking as the person who owns a fully Forge World army, though.
But didn't I buy that from you?
What is it? Creed?
And
Does it
Mechanicum.
matter?
And isn't half of it not even Games Workshop models that you tricked me
No,
into buying?
three
Damn!
three
It got
models.
real.
Three models that did not have official models yet. They had rules but no models. I created. So I didn't charge you extra.
That's almost
for
like the time
designing.
Josh sold me models and they weren't all there.
What?
It was when I think it was a War Machine box.
Oh, was that the one that was like missing a jaw for one of the baby
It
cats?
was like 2 models. I had
Wow.
a 3-man, 5-man squad.
Wow.
You got
Josh.
what you needed.
Oh,
You
shit.
guys can't even touch me on this Hawkins
Okay,
stuff because
so Forge World. I've been I bought I forgot what it's called now. I bought the really giant tank for Mechanicus. That's the most I've ever spent on Forge World, and I bought a bunch of Lasplas for my Razorbacks back in the day, and I bought
Lasplas are gone.
and Lasplas are gone, and I bought the Forge World wings for Tyranid warriors when Tyranid warriors were allowed to fly.
you also have a bunch of unopened Forge World stuff for your custodes.
Oh, that's true.
So actually, you have a lot of Forge
So,
World.
The flying tanks and the dreadnought.
yeah. So apparently, I had a lot of Forge World. Never mind.
So this actually applies a lot to you.
Well, I mean, they're not built and they're unopened. So
They apply for resale value only.
yeah. So does that mean that they're just gonna But you're saying that people are misinterpreting things.
No.
Okay. Well, before you were like, they're gonna put this out, and their answer was people are misunderstanding something.
Oh, okay. So there's a person who's saying that there's something that everyone's missing. Basically,
Who is this person?
Just hold on.
Okay.
They're saying that the Legion's specific stuff for Death Guard, Thousand Suns is basically gone, so that they only have like one thing in their repertoire now.
Only Death Guard have 1,000 Suns have nothing.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so now people, the person who wrote some of the book is saying that there's something somewhere that says they can still use it with the specific god, like Nurgle, whatever. So you can use that in there instead of the Legion. I don't know.
So that it's not completely nerfed, is what it's not completely gone.
Maybe. Nobody really knows yet.
But you can pre-order it now for $65 US on the Forge World site. And order from there.
Sean will be getting it. All people named Sean's will be buying this.
Sean Blake,
I mean,
congratulations.
can you get this book not directly from Forge World? Because I don't think that Forge World you can do pre-orders from like
Well,
through third parties. Right?
I'm investigating that right now. I have not gotten a solid answer.
Okay.
I'm
Well, let me know what you find out.
I'm pretty sure that they're coming out with it. That they're going to have an app. Forge World is going to sell all of its books via apps now.
You remember how the app came out like months ago and they've done nothing with it? already?
No, that's not true. That's not true. They have diligently charged anyone who foolishly signed up for the subscription.
I did not sign up for the subscription.
Touche.
I didn't realize that they hadn't done anything with it.
I signed up for the subscription.
Yeah, how do you feel about that, Sean?
I feel like I'm wasting money.
Yeah.
It was super cool when I first got it because it was like, oh look, all the what's it called? All the
I knew it wasn't
3K
gonna
end
pan
times.
out because it actually sounded like a good idea.
It'll happen. It'll happen. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. But you know what? It's too dark and sad right now. And so I'm gonna change gears here. I'm gonna do it early. I'm gonna give Sean, Josh, and Big Aaron the test. Are you guys ready?
Oh, no.
Are you ready for the test? So if you are an
am.
avid Warhammer community reader, as I am every 20 minutes before we go on this podcast, then you will be familiar with the article that came out on my birthday, October 20th. 7 signs you're Warhammer obsessed. So, Sean, do you describe colors using the names of Citadel paints?
No.
Okay. I need some sort of tabulatory device. I'm opening Microsoft Word. Sean, question
I was
one.
hoping you were going to use your abacus.
No. I wish I had an abacus. That'd be awesome. I was just like, clickety clack. That's how they work, right? They make clickety clack sounds? Okay.
It is how they work.
2. You have more unopened boxes of models in your wardrobe than clothes.
Oh, no, not
Who
as
keep-
of lately.
Who keeps their models in their... Okay. Like, it would
I
make...
mean, my
people
closet
in
is
Britain.
filled with models.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, hold
my-
on. I'll
in
get.
my
Hold on.
office here.
I'll get to you. Question 3. You always check twice before you take a drink, and just so you can see, it's a picture of coffee and it's a picture of brown paint water next to each other.
I mean, I do not always check, but I have drank more paint water than.
I'm giving you a yes for that
Giving
one.
me a yes. Okay,
I'm giving you a
figured would.
yes.
That's okay.
Okay. You solve family disputes with a roll-off.
No, I've never had the occasion.
We might have to stop playing Warhammer.
Yeah, this is a really bad test.
All right. Your pets are named after Warhammer characters.
Again, no.
Okay.
Oh no!
I know somebody who's named
right.
their stuff after some characters.
There's app. This one is so stupid. You butter your toast with the official GW mold line remover.
Negative.
Who the hell does
That thing was expensive. Really expensive.
This is such a dumb quiz. Why are we doing this? By the way, is anybody Sean Blake? I'm talking to you too. Okay. I hope you're answering. I hope you're writing this down. Question number 7, the final question. Your car has a bumper sticker that reads, "My other car is a Land Raider."
Nope.
Here's I'm gonna rephrase the question. If you went into Target and that bumper sticker was in the dollar section, would you immediately buy it?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm giving you a yes.
Okay.
It's just.
I mean, I'd be happier with the heavy bolter one, but I would go with the Land Raider.
All right, so Sean, your score is
Garbage.
2 of 7.
Yeah. I feel like this test is not
All right, Big Aaron.
capturing the essence of Warhammer.
No.
Big Aaron. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, no cheating. Do you describe real colors with the names of Citadel colors?
No.
No, who does? That's so dumb. Do you have more unopened boxes of models in your wardrobe than clothes?
Yes.
Okay, that surprises me because I put stuff in other ways. Do you check twice before you drink your paint water? You don't
Yes.
You don't have to.
I do.
You know why? Because shameless plug, Cool Guys Nation paint water, not paint water mugs available, I think, somewhere. Clinkety clink clink. Solves that problem for you. All right, question 4. You solve family disputes with a roll-off.
Have I or do I? No.
It says
no.
Present tense.
yeah.
No.
Your pets are named after Warhammer characters. Now, first of all, do you have any pets?
No, unless our house plants pets.
No. If you were to get a pet,
Uh-huh.
would your first instinct be to name after it a Warhammer character?
Come here, little Typhus. Come here, little Papa Nurgle. Yeah, I'd
Okay,
consider it.
I'm giving you a yes. That way
Okay.
you're ahead of Sean now. All right.
Okay.
Do you butter your toast with the mold line remover?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Sean on this one. It's like fine cutlery.
And then I will give
This
you.
thing is like $18. You think I'm gonna butter anything with it?
And it's tiny, and it's like what size toast?
It's got
do you-
heft.
What's the little toast called that you put?
Melba toast.
Yeah.
There you go. It'll be good for that. Okay, and then if you went to Target and there was my other car is a Land Raider bumper sticker for $1, would you buy it?
I would, but I don't have a car to put
I have to give you a no then. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 of 7 for Big Aaron. 3 of 7. All right, last one. Josh, are you ready? Are you ready?
I am ready.
Ready for your quiz. Fortunately, you haven't been listening, so you don't know what's coming.
Sure.
So you couldn't prepare your answers. Do you describe real colors in life by using GW colors? And can I just for a second, can I just say for a second that GW colors, I'm looking at the full color line right now. It's in front of me, the box set. There is not a single name on this box that I think I remember when I am not looking at the box. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so have you ever described a real life color based on the
here's
GW
my answer
color?
to that.
Okay.
The GW color names change too often for that to occur.
No. The answer is no. Do you have more unopened boxes of models in your wardrobe than open boxes?
I have none.
You have no boxes whatsoever.
No.
I think I have to give you an additional -1 for that.
Pretty sure the test requires that.
Do you check twice before you drink your paint water?
Oh my god, wait. I lied. I have 2 unopened boxes
But is that
of models.
okay? So you're not gonna get a -1.
Okay, good.
So that's good, but it's still a no.
Yeah, still no.
Do you
okay.
do you just drink your paint water, or do you check before you drink your paint water?
You know, I don't check, but I'm very aware because one time I drank someone's spit cup.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm gonna give you a yes for that one. I'm gonna say it's like a psychic awareness of
Yes,
what's
I
going.
agree.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like when you're post-apocalyptic zombie land, right? And you're just aware of the zombies. That's
Yeah,
that's the level of skill you have for avoiding paint water.
that's correct.
Do you solve family disputes with a roll-off?
No, usually arguing.
Okay.
Healthier.
Much healthier. Do you have any pets? And I know you do, because your cat sounds like a demon on stream.
Yes.
Are any of your pets named after Warhammer characters? And if you were to get a new pet, would you name it after a Warhammer character?
I would try to name it after a pulp culture, and I did have a dog that was named Monkey Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That is...
So,
I'm going to give you a yes.
okay.
Do you butter your toast with a mold line renewer? Obviously not, because you don't even own it, nor would you ever.
No.
Like, why would Josh pay for that? I can't.
No.
If you
No
went
reason.
if you went into Target and there was my other car is a Land Raider bumper sticker for $1, would you buy it?
I would absolutely buy it, but there's no way in hell I would put it on my car.
Okay, that puts you at a 3 of 7.
Okay.
And I took this test earlier, and I also got a 3 of 7. So I did kind of cheat, though, because technically there are no unopened boxes in my wardrobe. I have a separate closet. But if you count up all of the unopened boxes at the studio...
Oh, wait. You can go... I thought that was just talking about kind of like in general, do you have more unopened boxes than clothes?
I mean, it literally says in your wardrobe. But no, but what I'm saying is...
But what
if
is
you
a
count,
wardrobe?
Yeah, I don't know. But
That's
I'm
a
saying...
British word.
But
Yep.
if you
We don't
count
use
the
that around
studio... But what happens if you count the studio is the question, right? Because if you
I
count...
mean, you don't even know if your studio is a wardrobe or not. So
Yeah,
you count it.
I don't know. So I was a 3 of 7. So Sean, you got 2 of 7. Big Aaron, you're 3 of 7. Josh, 3 of 7. I'm 3 of 7. I think that we have to switch games.
There's got to be a tiebreaker, by the way.
Okay, there's got to be a tiebreaker. All right.
Who's painted more Warhammer models? I think that should be the tiebreaker.
Ever?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have no way.
Well, I mean, Josh used to paint a lot of Warhammer models.
Oh, I would definitely say Josh has painted the most models out of any of us.
So do you think that's a fair question, or do you think that he just is trying to steal it away from you?
Yeah, no, he proposed the question knowing the answer. And it was
So now,
correct.
so now you propose a question knowing the answer. Let's throw it to the chat. Dear chat, we need one more Warhammer related question to give to Big Aaron and Josh in order to determine who is the most Warhammer.
Oh, how about this? How about we make it a lore question?
Well, okay, so I'm out.
Yeah, no. So am I.
Yeah, well, that's the point. That's the thing about Warhammer.
That's the point. You know it, and we don't.
Yeah, so that means I am more GW obsessed.
All right, so therefore you win.
All right,
Congrats.
so
You win,
not
Josh.
only have you painted more models, but you also know more about the lore. Josh is the official. Oh wait, but there's one problem with that. You're working on Marvel Crisis Protocol models right now, and unfortunately, and I believe you're working on 2 of them. Is that correct?
No, I'm actually done.
Right. So you finished 2, right?
Sure.
Right. So that's a -2.
Yeah, that's true.
So Big Aaron, congratulations.
I thought you got a 3 out of 7 too.
Yeah, but I already said that in order to get it, I had to consider the studio.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
You literally have a closet in your house with a ton of models in it. I know, I've seen it.
It's true, but it's not.
Yes.
I also have a. Fine.
No, you have a ton.
You have a ton.
I do have a lot of models. I do.
So do I.
I think that the Aarons can just share it. How about
The Aarons win again.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on, Starhawk. He has the question. Who has spilled more Nuln oil?
I've spilled 1 large pot of Nuln oil.
So have I. Darn it.
How many pots of GW washes have you spilled?
I have. Do we want to count contrast paints?
Yes.
Okay, I have spilled 2 bottles of contrast paint and 5 bottles of washes, and
Jesus Christ, you win.
4 of those 5 bottles.
Yeah, but clumsiness should not
totally
Jesus
empty.
Christ. I know what I'm getting you for this Christmas. Is that freaking GW pot holder so you can't knock it over? I think it's weighted with sand, so even if you try and slap it.
You know what's funny is like, for my child, they have like these paint pots, right? And they're kind of big. They look like a sippy cup, but you can put paint in the bottom of them, and then you can still get your brush in. And if it tips over, like the paint doesn't fall out. I was like, I need little tiny versions of this.
They have 3D like printing stuff that you can get of those.
They do. In fact, one of our fans, he has his own designs, and you can get them from him. He also just came out with these really awesome Mechanicus bases that you can print. Mechanicus inspired. I'm sorry. Oh my god. So let's see if I can get his link. I featured him in one of our things. Here we go. I got the picture. So it's bases.com. It's badassbase.com, excuse me. Badassbase.com, and then here's his pot holder. You guys can't see it, but it looks like a cool little like GW sort of like Tau kind of inspired thing. But the other really fun thing about it is it has these 2 poles that go up. So not only does it hold the pot, but it also keeps the pot open.
Nice.
And then he's also done these really awesome Mechanicus inspired bases. And once again, it is badassbases.com. So there you go. That answers your question. Okay, back to Aberrants. All right, Sean. What do you got to talk about today?
Well, you had asked earlier. I've been obviously selling tons and tons of miniatures lately, and I keep finding more miniatures to sell. I opened an Ultramarines army case today and found a bunch of out of print metal Space Marines like still in their blister packs.
Really?
Yeah. So we'll see how those go. But yeah, you'd asked earlier and been like, oh, this guy's selling all these stuff. I make custom bits bags. So the last one I sold for $200, and
that's bananas.
To be fair, it had a tank in it.
That's bananas to me.
It had a tank in it. That's a little.
Yeah, but that was
gold.
$30 out of the $200. That was like the smallest part of it.
Okay, so $170 worth of bits.
Yep. If you would have bought all those bits straight off of eBay's, you would have probably spent a good $600.
Really?
If you bought them all individually. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I do.
So tell us what was in it.
A bunch of Tau stuff, a bunch of Tau drones, specialized drones that you don't, not just the gun drones and all that fun stuff.
But like the shield drones or the marker light drones and the weird one that looks like a ball.
The Guardian drones, some recon drones and stuff like that. But even the bases, even flight stands are expensive. If you want to go buy flight stands for your drones, you're about to pay out the fucking nose for those.
Yeah, I remember I had to buy new flight stands for my gargoyle army because I ran flying circus. And I think I was doing 90 gargoyles. And the first 30, I primed the flying stand with the gargoyles, and then the next 60, I decided that I didn't want to do that. I wanted the clear stands, and I'm like, that's no big deal. I'll just go buy 30 stands.
No, you won't.
Yeah, they're still primed black.
Yep. No, they can be ridiculously expensive. Long story short, anytime that you want to go buy specifically a thing and not buy the kit that comes with it, you are about to get hosed.
Oh, yeah.
So what I do is I tell people, hey, these are the armies I got, and tell me what you want. So I sell people exactly what they want, no more, no less, and I charge a much fairer price than eBay does. And I think I'm up like $500 on my customized bits bags.
I think that's awesome. You know what? And I think I'm going to bust out my bits that I've just been let sitting for years and do something similar as well, because I would much rather people use them than I'm like, do I really need this entire box of every Dark Angels thing that has come
No, you should sell it to me.
Well, then I'm not doing that. You can't have it. That's for sure.
But I want it.
I know you want it, but I just, out of principle, I can't. I don't want you to have it.
It hurts my feelings there. It hurts my feelings bad. No, but I mean, it's a great. To your point, often people will say, "Hey, I want this thing, I want this other thing," and I'll be like, "Damn, I don't want to give that away because that's part of my army." So what I do is I go, "Okay, when was the last time I actually put this on a table? How difficult is it for me to replace it?" Right? And pretty much, if I'm asking either of those questions, I'm gonna sell whatever it is.
Oh, just by the sheer fact that you have to ask yourself.
I mean, puts me at like 90%.
Yeah.
So it's a really good way to get rid of stuff. But the thing is, it's not as easy as you may think to A, find buyers, and B, it is a pretty extensive sales engagement to get it done.
I just think what's really interesting to me is the evolution that you've gone through over the past couple months from Josh telling you, take down your post, no one is going to buy the entire lot, you need to sell these things individual, to now, like, selling people customized bits, like boutique bits. Sean's boutique bits.
I mean, but to your point, if you give someone exactly what they want, they will pay for it, right?
Well,
because you don't want to pay for stuff. And then the other thing is, I'm
I don't want to pay for stuff. And
Yeah.
in GW, just listen to what Sean is saying. If you sell people,
it's basic, right?
Exactly what they want, as in more than 2 copies.
Yeah, like
Then
you should.
go buy
I'm
it.
sorry. You should be able to buy a Devastator box and be like, these are the 4 weapons I wanted, right? Like it doesn't make any sense that you have
But that
to buy
doesn't
4
make
boxes.
it more money.
But it might, because now you've got people who would never buy a box buying a box. So that's the trade-off, right?
Yeah, it's hard to quantify who is
It's
put off enough.
Impossible to quantify.
Yeah. Well, it's not impossible. I'm sure we could run
I
some
don't
sort of
think
we
so.
could
I
run
think
some
it's
sort of
pretty-
focus group.
Yeah, I think it's pretty real. Here's what's really crazy is I don't save like bits. I save my sprues. So I literally have probably 100 pounds of sprues in my attic.
Okay.
Just giant boxes of sprues.
I mean, isn't that just a different way of saying the same thing, or does it matter?
No,
does it matter to you that it's on the sprue?
It's more funny to me that I just have giant boxes of sprues.
Well, so this is what you need to do. You guys need to give me all your shit. Tell me how much you want when I sell it, and I will sell all your stuff.
Dude,
With
it's
commissions.
100 pounds of bits.
Yeah,
Like,
you
it-
pay
it's
shipping.
not- yeah, exactly. No, I'm good, bro.
I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying.
I'm just gonna take it to like Adepticon in the year 2027. And
You mean 2070?
27. The same year that the game comes out, whatever that is. Sorry, Aaron. I had to throw.
That was
one in.
the weekly dig on Cyberpunk.
Oh,
It
no,
had
I'm
to
pretty
happen.
sure it's never coming out.
No.
oh yeah, Starhawk says he's got a ton of sprues at home too. That's hilarious.
Starhawk. I was visiting my parents recently, and they made me throw out all of my sprues that I had saved from high school. I'm sorry that they made you do that.
Yeah, that's kind of shitty.
First of all, I don't know how long ago high school was for you, so that could have been last week, right? Like, theoretically. But I assume that it was longer ago than that. My mom, when she moved, she just straight up threw my crap away. Which was really upsetting, because I had a signed Michael Jordan card that is just gone now. Just gone. Yeah. And she's like, well, I didn't know that you had anything valuable in your boxes. And I was like, well, fair.
That's why you asked.
Fair.
Like normally you just save complete trash though.
Yeah.
I mean-
In fairness, that was the only thing, and there was a high probability that it was fake. So it was given to me by a friend of the family who ran pawn shops in Chicago, and he gave it to me as a birthday gift. So a pawn shop owner gave me a card signed by Michael Jordan. So
Yeah, they're not as valuable as you would probably think.
A, probably not as valuable, and B, probably also maybe not real. I need a foot. No, I already put the foot on.
A foot?
See, that's the good thing about having tons and tons and tons of bits, is if you need a foot, you go to the foot bin, and you get a foot.
Well,
You have a foot
The
bin?
good old foot bin.
so Josh, you keep your stuff on the sprue. I organize my stuff into tackle boxes. I try to do a tackle box per major army that I collect. If it's not a major army that I collect, for example, like these Gene Stealers, then I will leave the bits on the sprue and throw them into a box. Aaron, how do you handle your bits?
I have a lot of unorganized bits, but I too have a tackle box that is set up with different trays for different armies of very specific stuff. I want to be more organized with my bits.
Are you finding the bits right now? Like,
It's right there. My
You're
bits are within arm's reach.
let me clank all these bits so everybody knows I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
In their
Yeah.
defense, I hadn't touched them in
Bits.
decades. Listen, Starhawk, that's the whole point of Warhammer, is to collect things that you don't touch for decades. Like,
That is not true.
I feel like I feel like that's the main part of their business model. And then when you do finally get around to it, you get really upset that they discontinued their rules. Right?
Yeah.
No, that is actually accurate.
Buzz. Oh, this guy has a tail. That's cool.
Your aberrants have tails?
The one aberrant has a tail.
They're actually separate weapons.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, they have like it's like the Tyranids. They have like some sort of weird opposable tail craps.
So does that mean that, like, if I decided that I thought the guy with the tail was the best, then I would have to buy 10 boxes because there's only one tail per box?
Or green stuff?
I don't know
9
if
more
there's
tails.
a restriction to how many you can put in a list, but I believe that the answer to your question in general is yes.
Okay. I can just
This
go.
is
I
why
can just
there's
go.
bit sellers.
I
like
can.
Sean.
I can go to the back. This unit contains 5 aberrants. It can include an additional 5 aberrants. For every 5 models in this unit, 1 aberrant hypermorph can take the place of 1 aberrant. They are each armed with rending claws and either heavy power hammer or power pick. Each one is armed with rending claws, a hypermorph tail, and either a heavy power hammer or improvised weapon. So I guess
one for every 5.
So I guess they all have the tail.
No, it said for every 5 you can make a hypermorph,
Oh yeah, right.
Hypermorph.
And the hypermorph has the tail.
and the hypermorph
Alright.
has the tail.
Yeah.
So,
Which is-
Sean, can you just go to your tail box and go...
Get this
get
All right,
some
I'm
tails?
posting something in our Facebook chat for Aaron to put on the screen because it's the most heretical trash I've ever seen in a nicely painted way.
Ooh, heresy.
I'm interested.
It's
yeah.
so heretical.
Oh, it's real small.
I'm all about the heresy.
I'm gonna have to do some.
Tiny heresy.
Oh yeah,
Fade.
I'll send this
the Inquisition would be all
What?
over this.
Right?
I can't.
Yeah.
I
Hold
hope the
on.
viewers can make it out because I can't. It's so tiny.
I got some other pictures to put up,
Okay.
but
Work-
you'll see why it's so heretical.
Work faster. Work faster.
I'm sending them. It's just they're not dinging.
They're not
No,
dinging.
I saw it. It's heresy.
It's so
Oh,
heresy.
jeez.
And I mean, don't get
These-
me wrong. It's very beautifully
Put
painted.
it up.
but-
I want to see this.
Dude, these are
Do
gorgeous.
you know what they're supposed to be? They're supposed to be white scars, but they're
course.
riding corn mounts, and they have a stinking dwarf mount for their flying vehicle.
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Fane of Illusion.
Those are super
Oh, wow.
cool.
I like his logo. Hold on. I have to fade it one more time. I apologize, everybody, because I want you guys to see this guy's logo.
I mean, it's incredibly converted and
dude, but look at his
faded.
look at his logo though. It's crisscrossed airbrushes, spraying around, making the frame.
right.
Yeah, if only it weren't heresy.
It's awesome.
It's beautiful, honestly. It's beautiful. I'll actually put the link to the website up too.
You were
so
doing
can...
something similar to that though yourself, Josh, until I destroyed it and made you very sad.
Destroyed it.
What did I do?
You were doing the custodes riding.
Oh yeah.
The Sigmar
Chocobos.
beasts, the chocobos.
Chocobos.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, chocobos aren't heresy.
Yeah, well, then it got dropped and we lost a bunch of bits, so they're just sitting underneath something.
Chocobos are xenomorphs. Absolute heresy.
I mean, but they're from a different dimensional plane.
Exactly.
That
Heresy.
I would like to say that as the person who owns the most chaplains,
Uh-huh.
I am I am the expert on what is heresy and what is not.
Yeah. Well, wait. I got a question.
yeah.
Repent.
Repent.
Okay, so as the person who repents the most and owns the most number of chaplains, is using an Age of Sigmar beast for a custode biker heresy.
Only if it's not a chocobo.
Okay.
Here's where you're wrong with that, because anything a custo does is thereby not heresy.
Ooh, wrong, sir. Wrong.
Yeah.
No, they literally do everything they can to invade and attack the Citadel like on a daily basis, to try to get into the Emperor's chambers and to try to kill him, and they do anything in their power to do that, and they have the ability to do so.
So you're saying
Yes,
you're saying they have a hall pass.
They have a hall pass.
So they could pick up a tower.
They have a hall pass for almost everything.
Yes, and in
I
fact,
guarantee you, if one of those custodes would have fucked up the Golden Throne, he'd have been in trouble.
Well, yeah, that's the one thing.
Yeah,
you can.
exactly.
But they
one
could
thing.
totally ride. They could ride chocobos into that room and be like, "I win. You guys lost. You failed to stop me."
Huh.
Yeah. So it's conditional. We agree on that.
There's a condition. We agree that there's a condition.
So yeah, there is a condition, and therefore the army is not heresy.
Okay.
Good talk, guys.
Great.
Glad we cleared that up.
Me
and
too.
and Josh can't play the army anymore because of the rule of 3. So suck it.
So, interesting point about that, right? Rule of 3. However, with a lot of units, specifically the tanks, they separated each of your different predator varieties into a different type. So you can run 6 predators, they just have to be kitted differently. Primary weapons, twin labs,
yeah.
and primary weapons, autocannons. Same thing for the new tanks that are coming out. There's 3 different varieties.
Wait. Slow your roll down. You're telling me that by kitting the tanks differently, they are now a different named thing?
In multiple situations, yes. So your predators.
Because it's a ball predator versus
right. Well, a ball predator.
No, there's a predator annihilator and a predator something else. Here, I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Right. I have a book right here. Woo, book.
Okay, and while you're looking it up, Aaron, you were wrong about the rule of 3. There are 20 models in that army, 18 bikers, and 2 characters, which is a fully legal army.
I was just harassing you, but thank you for correcting me.
But thank you for bringing up that trauma.
Okay, so for instance, you have
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning. Rule of 3.
the new storm speeders that they have they have not yet released.
Okay.
There's a storm speeder hail strike, a storm speeder thunder strike, and a storm speeder hammer strike. You have 3 of each of those data sheets, right? Then you get to land speeders. You got land speeders, which are kitted with, just for example, every model has a heavy bolter, and you may add or you may replace the heavy bolter with a multi-melter. But then you've also got land speeder tornadoes and land speeder typhoons. Right? So
but
right there.
So you can have three land speeders, 3 typhoons, and what was the other one?
3 tornadoes, which I believe are the hurricane bolter assault cannon variety.
So you could run
9 land speeders.
And is the new here's a dumb question. The new rule of 3, it's army specific, not segment specific, right? Or is it 3 per? Is it 3 per detachment?
No, that's a question
army.
for someone else.
Per army wide.
Right.
I think it's army, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the Predator Destructor is the one with the autocannon for the main gun, and the Predator Annihilator is the one with the twin las. So then you get to the Lancers or the Gladiators. They've got all 3 versions with the main weapons, right? Super easy. Land Raiders, same thing. They've always done it with the Land Raiders. Then Land Raiders Crusaders, Land Raiders Redeemers. So they just kind of applied that ideology to the rest of them. You got Repulsors, Repulsor Executioners, so it looks like there's no breakdown on those. And then the Rhinos, the Razorbacks, and the Impulsors. So it only applies to, a certain amount of the units, but there are some get around the rule of 3 if you want to play 6 Predators.
What about Dreadnoughts?
The Dreadnoughts, I mean, they all have Dreadnought, but it's the same kind of thing as before. You have your Contemptor Dreadnoughts, you have your Ironclad Dreadnoughts, you have your regular Dreadnoughts, and your Venerable Dreadnoughts. So you can do 3 of each of those.
But no more relic dreadnoughts.
Yeah, I gotta see what that silly book does.
Oh, by the way, Aaron,
Yes, sir.
Apparently, they made those Decimator engines even better in the new edition.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, their points is supposed to have went down.
So the Decimator,
they
by
got-
the way, everybody, just so you know, the Decimator engine is a Forge World Dreadnought which can carry 2 guns that, in place of shooting and doing normal things, they just straight up inflict mortal wounds, I believe, on a 4+. It's like each gun.
Oh, they
gets,
rolled a hit.
Yeah, they rolled a hit.
But it's
They
a ran,
hit,
but
then
it's a random. It's like 3d6.
It's 3d3 shots, and on any hit is a mortal wound.
And
There's
and
no-
you can put 2 of them at the same
Yes.
time. Yeah, yeah.
So
Solberg Petard!
that's
Yeah.
right, baby.
Sorry.
It's all amazing.
It is.
Anyways, they're supposedly
they're
have gone up from 8 wounds to 12 wounds, or 9 wounds to 12 wounds. So they degrade now, but they got free wounds, and their points went down by like 30 points.
Hell yeah.
But isn't the 9 the one that makes it not targetable because
It's
you
not
have...
a character.
Oh, right.
So
But
supposedly they're supposed to be better.
they didn't change the name 3 times, so you can still only have 3, thank God. As opposed to the 9 that you ran. And then you were upset because... No, I'm sorry. You're right. I'm exaggerating. It was 8, and then your 9th one had 1 arm that didn't have the right gun.
Yeah.
So you were one gun shy from running 9.
But I could run it. I just ran different guns.
Right, you just ran a different gun, which turned out to be equally as annoying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh goodness.
You loved them. Don't be a hater.
Oh, so who's,
My-
anybody drop pod strike back from the dead? No one's excited.
I'm excited. I love
First
drop pods.
turn doesn't count against your reserves or as being whatever. It literally functions the same way as it did before.
Which is what I've been saying needed to
Except
happen
for-
for drop pods for
Absolutely,
3
absolutely.
years.
The only difference is that you have to be your 9 inches away and all that fun stuff. And the super cool part is it's no longer half of your drop pods. All of your drop pods get to come in turn 1.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so drop pods are awesome.
I also heard
obviously-
they screwed up the chaos drop pods so they can disembark and then move in the same turn.
Really?
Like the rules in the Forge World Compendium are incorrect for the chaos. The K
Wow.
Claw and whatever else.
Yeah, the Kyber
The Dread
or something
Claw-
or other.
Dread
I
Claw?
think. Dreadclaw, yeah.
Hey Sean, I
Kyberos.
just ran into that problem where the base is smaller than the dude's stance, and it makes me want to have a bigger base.
Yup.
All right, well there's those aberrants. Those are done. And I got a bunch of bits. So Sean, how much can you get me for these bits?
What bits are
$3.50.
they?
I'm just kidding.
For Aberrants?
I'm
For
gonna use
Aberrants, $0.
I'm gonna use them right now to kit bash myself a 10th aberrant for my, so I can have a full 10-man squad. That's what we're gonna do right now.
John, where do you usually sell the bits? Facebook, Reddit?
Facebook is my normal go-to. I have a bunch of very large sales Facebook pages, and I hawk like the models that I'm selling, and then at the bottom of each of my blurbs, I'm like, hey, I got bits. Ask me questions.
Inquire within.
Here you go.
Pretty much.
Ask me about my bits. We should just get like a pose of you like sprawled out on a sofa,
Huh.
and then it should just read ask me about my bits.
Don't hate the bits.
That'll be
But yeah,
that's our second ad
surprised.
campaign. Don't hate the bits. It's you balling by a pool, right? Gold chains, and it says don't hate the bits.
I can dig it.
For some reason, this leg goes together really simply, and I'm having a really hard time putting it-
Reconciling.
reconciling its simpleness with my dumbness. There we go.
I just like it when, in general, when you're putting stuff together from GW, because for some reason, You just can't do it.
It's a nightmare.
It does
It
seem
says-
to come up regularly on our hobby.
It
talk.
says 3+, but you're having trouble.
No, it says 0 to 3 death. It says 12 plus, okay? I'm not in the death zone, death age range.
Oh, you know what else we could talk about? Because we talk a little bit about Magic jumping the shark every week.
Yeah, it's...
We could talk about the new shark jump today.
I didn't hear about it. Fill me in,
No,
bro.
It's the new Black Lotus.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
pre-selling online for $130 already.
So okay, so here's something funny. All right, so the new Black Lotus, which is a 0. So for those of you who don't know, Black Lotus is a 0 cost mana rock that gives you 3 mana of any color. However, the new one, it is just so that you can cast your commander. And the annoying thing about it is that it makes a turn 1 win in commander possible. Which means that if you had 5 specific cards in your hand, you could win turn 1. So,
All right,
so hold on.
before you go on any more, while you're explaining it, go to eBay and just type in Jeweled Lotus.
Okay.
Click, click,
eBay.
click, 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 click.
Now, the Lotus, it's just play on the Black Lotus, which is probably the most famous Magic card.
The
I mean, if you know anything.
Oh my gosh.
The extended foil art is selling for $999 pre-sale.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. With 7 watchers. So anyways, so it gives you a turn 1 win con in a 100 card deck, right? So I post the meme, which is just a picture of the win con, turn 1 win con, and I'm like, yay, more OP Magic. And someone in the chat got really mad, and they really quickly did the math, and they were like, even if you just filled the rest of your deck with swamps, the chances of you actually drawing that on turn 1 is, like 1 in 1,000. And then I pointed out that there were like 19 other ways, you know what I mean, to get there, plus your 4 mulligans. But that's not the point. The point is that there is a game where you have a turn 1 win condition in a 4-player multiplayer game. Turn 1, you
Yeah,
can win.
like you pick up your cards and the game's over, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So at least in 40K, when you get Alpha Strike in the face, you got to set your models on the table.
I mean, like, I don't know. It's insanity. It's insane.
I just wanted to talk about it because we always talk about the shark. I'm excited.
I did not realize how expensive it was though already.
Yeah, dude, it's nutty.
I really wanted, like, in my mind, I was hoping that maybe these models would just smush together really nicely.
Well, they are push fit, right? Or no, they're not.
No, but it's not. I'm gonna have to do a lot more work to make this 10th Aberrant than I want to make. Than I want to put it to.
Show your movement thing too.
Oh yeah. So if you saw the Book Nook video, so I made the Battle Nook, as Josh calls it wisely, and while I was setting it up, at first I wanted a 6-inch space. So what did I grab? I grabbed my brand new 9th edition Warhammer 40k metal template, and I laid it down. And then I grabbed my tape measure, and it's 5 inches. It's not 6 inches long.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's confusing to me as well.
12
I would
cents
think-
of metal.
It's got it like, because it's like maybe the Aberrants only move 5. I don't know. I can check it. Let's see.
No,
No,
everything
Aberrants
moves
move
at
6 inches. Aberrants move 6 inches. This is a perfect example. So you have to be like, okay, here's my 5 inches. Wait a second. Let me tilt this up. There you go. Okay, now I can move it. Like, you need a 6-inch tool. Every tool that I've ever been given / bought is 6. It's usually 6 by 3 by 1, right?
more or less.
And this one is 1 by 5 by 2 by half. I couldn't believe, and I almost made the entire Book Nook 1 inch off because of this.
Oh my gosh.
Until I
That
went
would have
back.
been glorious.
Until I went back and I was actually like, you know what? I don't want 6 inches. I want 8. And then when I measured it out, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, this measurement is wrong. And then that's when I realized that it was 5 inches and not 6. Which, by the way, if I would have known that it was 5 inches, I wouldn't have bought it.
Like, why do they do that? Like, why?
I-
What? They know their game, right? They know what we're playing.
I mean, apparently it's for Deathwing Terminators, right? They move 5 inches, right, Sean? Terminators.
4, I think.
4.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
okay.
4.
So it's not for them. It's not for them either.
Wait, I don't think they're any slower. I think they just run. They run slower. I don't
No,
think
they're that's what they did, man. They varied the distance that you can move, and Terminators are you get 3 wounds and some awesomeness, but you
Oh,
are
that's the
moving
new
slow.
stuff. Okay.
Yeah, but you can. I mean, you run the same distance, right? So if you decide to go ahead and
I thought they moved 5 instead of 6. I didn't think it was 4.
no, it's all
instead
good.
of
But
6.
like crew moves 7 and battle suits move 8. So crisis suits move 8. You know, so it's varied.
No, it's for sure varied. But the most common movement
Is 6 inches.
is 6 inches, and the most common army is Space Marines, and the second
Right.
most common army is probably Chaos, and like it's all 6 inches. Like it wouldn't have even occurred to me to. I'm sure it stated it somewhere how long it was, but it wouldn't have even occurred to me to have needed to check. You
Yeah.
know. No, I'm gonna glue myself to this model. Well, I don't want
Oh,
to.
I have important Christmas/birthday news.
Okay.
I accidentally saw my wife's Amazon pending deliveries, and there was a Marvel Crisis Protocol box in there. I couldn't identify who it was, and I didn't look, so I wanted to be a little more surprised.
Well, your birthday is like a week
Next
away,
weekend.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna have to drive to your house and drop your box off because I'm still too scared to go to the post office.
Yeah, well, that'll happen.
Okay, so this mod works. He's just gonna be squat. I have a squat aberrant.
What?
A squat aberrant, yep. He's just a half an inch shorter than all the other aberrants.
Excellent.
And I'm gonna have to fill in a lot of stuff with green stuff, but I'll deal with that later.
Just put them on a slightly taller rock.
Oh, that makes sense.
To the height.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I do with all my old Space Marines. They go on a quarter inch of cork, and they're just as tall as Primaris.
You just put them in heels.
Pretty much.
Dude, I'm gonna do that now. That's project for a week. I'm gonna make a baby Yoda aberrant, and I'm gonna find an old Space Marine. And I'm gonna put it in heels.
High heels, huh?
Pretty sure they already sell Neshi versions of those.
Well, that's heresy. I can't do that.
I think a Space Marine in high heels is also heresy.
Why? It's not. It's
Wait,
not.
no, that's
it's
a
not,
Sisters of Battle.
It's not Xenos technology. High heels is not Xenos technology. Come on now.
Oh, it's totally acceptable. I don't know what you're talking about.
True, Sisters of Battle. They got some heels.
Do they wear? Do they put the sisters in heels?
There's some like boot heel things. Yeah, go out. Uh-huh.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Who knows where the green stuff is?
All right, guys, do you want a final update real quick since we're getting down to the line?
Are we getting down to the line? Gee whiz,
I
time
think
goes by
so.
so fast.
Here we go. Look at. There we go.
Daredevil, whippy, very pretty.
Yeah. And
Daredevil
then
is done.
Bullseye. He done. And I just have to put black on the rings of the bases and put my my little bushes on, and it's good to go. My tumbleweeds.
You got tumbleweeds.
Yeah, I put tumbleweeds on all my Marvel Crisis Protocol. It goes with their curbs.
tumbleweeds and curves.
Yeah, I like it.
That makes sense. Well, I think my hobby camera died again.
Uh-oh.
I can't believe it.
Can't believe it. So I think we're just gonna have to wrap it up here. I got hold on 1 second. I'm gonna change the view. And click one more button. Fade. Alright. So I got 5 of the aberrants made, so I got the whole box made. I got my 1 character made, which I already forgot what that's called. And then I have my 10th guy converted. He's just gonna be squat. I just gotta glue his head on, and I need some green stuff, and he'll be good to go.
Nice.
And that will give me a full squad of 10. Which is exciting. I did not get to the jackals, but we'll save that for another time. Sean, where are you at?
I have built some Pintel weapons because I'm super awesome and added a bunch of weird random stuff to the outside of a tank after cleaning up a bunch of other junk. So, yeah, it all looks essentially the same as it did when I started.
Big Aaron, what you got going on?
I got most of the weapons. I had to do some unexpected conversion here because I'm magnetizing the weapons on the corners here. And I'm having to clip a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm almost done with the weapons. And after that, I really just have to put on some of these inside corners. And then I have a monolith, I think.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, I'm excited because after doing the book nook, which was a nice distraction, and after doing the You Suck at Painting, I'm really motivated to get the Gene Stealers done. And then as soon as I get the Gene Stealers done, I'm already excited about getting back to the Space Marines. So I'm feeling really, really pumped about finishing up the Space Marine Army and getting all the pre-orders in and getting that stuff all built and ready to go. I've actually ordered the missing paint colors that I needed in order to keep doing the Space Marines because I ran out of moth purple. So that's what I got coming up. There is no vlog from today. However, there is the Happy Halloween video that I put out yesterday of me carving a Space Marine pumpkin kind of well. And then we will go back to our vlog regularly scheduled next week. So remember, we are trying to get to that 8,000 subscribers. If you have been watching this whole time, or if you're just joining us, you are not subscribed, please subscribe. It really helps the channel. More importantly, if you like the channel, share it with your buddies. Tell them how cool it is. Help us out. We're so close to that 8,000 subscribers. And I even talked to Dave from Mini Wargaming. He might even do something special for us once we hit 8,000 subscribers. So that's kind of cool too. So as always,
We will see you on the
Table.
Hey, whoa.
have a good night.
Bye, guys.